Okay, behind this glass, ladies and gentlemen, is where the Bambino usually is, producing the great show that is the Coos Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. But now he's on the other side of the glass, working the AT&T smartphone that makes us all a whole lot smarter than we really are. Thank you to that Yahoo, or in my case, Yahoo Sports app. I was looking today about the Pittsburgh Penguins, their final game, regular season, Madison Square Garden. You got Crosby, who scored 44 goals. But then last night they played Toronto, who won it 5-3. The tie was broken by Connor Brown, just minutes left in the third period. Then a guy by the name of Austin Meadows got a goal and opened an empty netter. He's only the fourth player in NHL history under the age of 20 to score 40 goals in one season. So they got a pretty good player in Toronto too, huh?
Oh, Toronto's been drafting so well. I mean, so low for so long. They should have some good players. I was just going to say, in case of emergency, break glass, but that's another thing. I'm one who is glad to see the regular season conclude today, and let's get into the playoffs. And
home ice advantage.
And let's hope that Geno Malkin's back and Hagelin and some of the parts keep coming back. An amazing year for Crosby, in my opinion. Missed the first 6 games. You say, oh man, where are we going here? If he wins the goal-scoring trophy, feather in his cap, and good on him. And I think it doesn't really matter who's on his wings. He has the game to adjust to them.
Speaking of wings, the 82nd Airborne, you were at the View of Valor, ladies and gentlemen, at the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall, and you had a book presentation. The book is Drive On.
Yeah, I was. It was the official launch of the book, and I was just so humbled to be able to do that in that venue, a place that's been honoring people from all branches of the service since the Civil War. And what a great idea to preserve stories so that people get a real feel, a reminder of what war is really all about. And I was so honored. The 82nd Airborne has chapters in every city in the country. They're that tight. And there were a half dozen gentlemen from the local chapter who showed up to show their support. And it just shows you the brotherhood that transcends generations. These are older gentlemen than me and been through much more, but yet there they were to hear the presentation and buy the book. So
Gregory Polanco, 4 for 4, drove in a run. Cleanup hitter Clint Hurdle was singing his praises, and it was a victory. Chad Kuhl obviously did what he had to do. Tony Watson gets his another save on the young season. Bucks get a win there. They wrap up the series today against Atlanta. 1:35, just about set to get underway at PNC Park and a 93.7 The Fan. How important for Garrett Cole to look strong, but also get a win?
I think it's important for him to get through a game without having that rough patch where he just kind of his emotions get the better of him. It's a lovely day. He won't be dealing with the cold, and hopefully the snow's behind us, and baseball gets into its springtime phase real quick. So you want to see Cole do well. I think he's the key to their season this year.
All right, you got a couple of foreigners on the precipice of winning a green jacket. Justin Rose,
a green card.
Justin Rose from Britain, an Olympic gold medalist who finished second at the Masters. It's on his resume. But you've got, really, I think, the sentimental favorite, 37-year-old Spaniard who is still rocking the Adidas gear, and we have been waiting 70 majors later to get his very first. How can you not root for Sergio Garcia, who is tied at 6 under with Justin Rose?
Interesting point, because you think that the Masters is always attracted foreigners have had success there. Gary Player, Jose Maria Olazabal, and Nick Faldo. And there's something about that course that sets up well for the European players, and it's I don't know. It certainly does have. With Sergio as a sentimental favorite and Justin Rose, the Olympic champion, former champion there, it does set up an intriguing day today.
And as Bambino said, Sevi Ballesteros, if he were alive, would be celebrating his birthday today. A great legacy for Spain, and it would be nice to see Sergio Garcia get the win today. Now,
if I were alive, I'd be celebrating my legacy today. But go ahead.
Let's make this very quick here. We have got Ricky Fowler, one shot off the pace, but you've got a guy who's won it. Only 22 years of age. He finished second last year. Talking about a guy who is streaking, and he's got a great putter, and today could be his day because the weather is drying up down there and the greens are slowing down. Talking about Jordan Spieth, who definitely is in the mix at 4 under.
Yeah, he had to blow up on the one hole, or he'd be 3 shots ahead right now. and his game the last 2 rounds is nothing short of phenomenal. He was 10 strokes back after the first day. He would set that would be a record for him to make up that amount of strokes to win today. And I would, if I were on that leaderboard, that's the guy I would be most concerned about coming up behind me.
And last thing, Eddie North, who works for ESPN, a great golfer in his own right, said probably no one below Charles Schwartzel, who's at 2 under, has a chance to win this thing. So about 4 shots off the lead, you're still in the hunt.
Yes, I think this is a marvelous day for golf because you're going to see nobody's going to back up. With the course of playing the way it is and the caliber of the players involved, nobody's backing up. So it's going to be some charge, and there's going to be a lot of swings and momentum there.
Other guys to look for: Charlie Hoffman, Adam Scott, Ryan Moore. They're all in there, and you can look for us next.
Not too shabby.
Thank you very much. Is he in there too?
Yeah.
Ted Shabby, I remember him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, did he really make it on the Nike tour,
And
right?
Don Rickles, we barely knew you.
And God rest your soul, and thank you for all of the laughter. And thank goodness for Antenna TV and YouTube, because we can laugh forever, all the way until we meet him again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the Masters, CBS, KDK TV2, and there ain't nothing that Jim Nance can't do, but he is in his sweet spot when it comes to calling the Masters. Good afternoon.